Hi friends, welcome to practice. So today we've got a flow class in which we're really focusing all about the hips today. So lots of hip opening and strengthening in this class, and then we'll have an optional arm balance to work towards if you would like to. For class, I do recommend having a couple of yoga blocks. We're going to get started in a seated posture. So if you would like to start seated on a yoga block or a blanket, go for it. Please cross your right shin in front of your left shin and take a moment just to find a comfortable seat, ideally where your hips are the height of your knees or they're a little bit higher. And if you find that your knees are much higher than your hips, then go ahead, prop yourself up onto a block or blanket. Rest your hands on your thighs or in your lap in a comfortable place. Draw the fronts of the shoulders back and down. Lengthen the spine. And then keeping the lift in the chest, gently lower the chin. Allow the eyes to soften or to close. And start to bring your attention inward onto the breath. And begin to find a smooth and steady breath in and out of your nose. Start to even out your inhales with your exhales, finding this rhythm to your breath. Notice what's present in this moment. So a little check-in. How are you feeling physically? Are you feeling a little tight or sticky in any parts of the body? What about energetically or emotionally? Are you feeling scatterbrained? Energy moving upwards? Maybe you've had a busy day. Or maybe you've been doing a lot of focused mental activity. And then just take the next few moments to send the breath down into the low belly, down into the bowl of the pelvis. Starting to ground the energy before we invite the movement back in. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. And if you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, do so now. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, allow your eyes to softly flutter open. And now bring your hands behind you. Bend your knees, place your feet on the ground, and cross your right ankle past your left knee, coming into a figure 4. Get the bony part of your ankle past your knee rather than on it, so the entire ankle's past the knee. Flex your toes, and then press the right knee and thigh forward. Push down with your hands, lift the chest, and now ground through your left heel. Scoop your hips up towards the ceiling any amount. It's like a funky figure 4 reverse tabletop. Doesn't matter how high your hips are. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, start to lower your hips so that they hover 1 inch off the floor. And then can you arch your spine a little bit? Chest up, shoulders back. Another breath in. As you exhale, lower your hips all the way, but keep the length in your spine so that you're pressing the base of your spine, which is the sacrum, forward and in rather than slouching back. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, release your figure 4. Switch the crossing of your shins, so now the left shin is in front of the right shin. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees. We're going to start to just circle our torso around the hip. So as you inhale, draw your heart forward. Lean to the right, round back, lean to the left, and arch forward. And you'll do that a few more times. So just kind of circling the torso around the hips, around the bowl of the pelvis, bringing almost a sense of lubrication to the hip joints. And then pause at center, go the other direction. So arch forward to the left, round back to the right and forward. Do it about 2 more times on your own, maybe making it a little bit more fluid. Doesn't matter how big your circles are. And then once you come through center, pause. Bring your hands behind you, bend your knees, plant your feet, and cross your left ankle past the right knee. Get the bony part of your ankle past your knee, flex your toes. This is a shape we will be coming back to later today, so that's a little foreshadowing. Arch your spine rather than rounding the spine. And now push down through the right heel, scoop your hips up towards the ceiling, funky reverse tabletop. Take another breath in, chest up. As you exhale, lower your hips to a 1 inch hover. Can you arch the spine here? Press the left thigh forward. Keep the length in your spine as you replace your hips on the floor and breathe. So the base of your spine is pressing forward. Your pelvis is upright rather than rounding back. One more breath in. And then exhale, release. All right, make your way onto hands and knees in a tabletop. Stack your shoulders right over your wrist, your hips over your knees, and begin with a few rounds of cat-cow. As you inhale, arch your spine, draw the heart forward and up. Exhale, reverse, round the spine. Again, inhale, arch, open your front body. Exhale, reverse, open the back body. Do that 1 or 2 more times on your own, moving with the breath. And then start to make your way back towards center in your tabletop. Extend your right leg out to the right so your leg is straight. My toes are not in line with my fingers. The leg is in line with my hip, but I do want you to turn your right toes a little more forward rather than letting them rotate out. Lift your front ribs away from the floor. Start to shift forwards and backwards a couple of times, just starting to get into the hips a bit. Try your best to keep your spine long. And then pause at center. From here, place your left hand under your face, reach your right arm to the sky, twist to your right. Can you keep your chest over your bottom hand and then rotate around that central axis? Spin your right ribs back, left ribs forward. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. One more inhale. Exhale, place your right hand down. Bring your hands to your hips. Lift the torso. Reach your left arm to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, side bend up and over to your right. Lift up and out of your legs. Turn your heart forward a little more. Another breath in. Exhale, left hand to your hips. Take an inhale. As you exhale, shift your hips back, fold forward just about halfway, keeping a long spine. And then inhale, come back up. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, hinge at the hips, not the waist. Tailbone back, heart forward. Inhale, come back up. 1 more time. Exhale, hinge. Come about halfway. Inhale, come back forward. Now we're going to play with a little balance. Start to walk your right foot in. See if you can pick your foot off the ground and bring your knee forward. So the right foot is hovering. Wobbles are embraced. Take another breath. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. Front knee over the ankle. Inhale, raise your arms. Stay to exhale, soften the front ribs down and in. 1 more inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower your hands. And then from here, send the right leg back. Come back to your tabletop. Let's do the other side. Left leg out to the side. Leg is straight. Turn your toes forward, not out. Start to just rock forwards and backwards. Doesn't matter how far back you go. We're just starting to slowly wake up the hips. Pause at center. Place your right hand under your face. Inhale, reach your left arm up, twist. Reach your chest forward, get longer from the crown of your head to your hips. Spin your top ribs back, bottom ribs forward. 1 more breath in. Place your top hand down, hands to your hips, come upright. Raise your right arm up, take an inhale. Exhale, side bend up and over to the left. Heart turns forward rather than spinning down. Another inhale. Exhale, right hand to your hip. Take a breath in. Hinge at the hips. Fold forward just about halfway. Long spine, front ribs lift, chest forward, tailbone lengthens back. Inhale, come back up. 2 more times. Exhale, hinge at the hips, come forward halfway. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. And now start to walk your left foot in. You're going to try to bring your knee into your chest, hover your foot off the ground. It's so much harder than it looks. Take another breath. Step your left foot forward, get the knee over the ankle. Inhale, raise your arms up. Stay as you exhale, ground through the front heel. 1 more breath. Exhale, lower your hands, send your left leg back, tabletop. All right, so we're going to do that again, just a little bit more with the breath, and then we'll add on another pose or 2. Kick your right leg out to the side, leg in line with the hip, turn your toes forward. Left hand comes under your face. Inhale, reach your right arm, twist. Stay to exhale, spin your top ribs back. Another breath in. Exhale, top hand down. Come all the way to upright. Reach your arms to the sky as you breathe in. Exhale, side bend up and over to the right. Reach your left arm up and over. Right hand can slide down your thigh. Take a full breath in. Stay to exhale. Inhale, reach two arms to the sky. Now a little different this time as you exhale. Airplane your arms back, hinge at the hips, come forward halfway. Inhale, come back up, reach your arms up. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, go back. Long spine. Inhale, come up, reach up. Exhale, go back. Inhale, come up and pause. Start to wiggle that right foot in. Bring your knee into your chest. Float the foot. Full breath in. Step the right foot forward, low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up, lift up and out of your legs. Stay to exhale. Another breath here. Exhale, place your hands on the mat. Step your right leg back. Tabletop. This time rock forward, shoulders over the wrist, knees a little behind the hips. Keep the lift in the low belly, no back bend here. Take an inhale. Exhale, let's take one push-up, lower halfway. Inhale, press up. Exhale, tabletop. Shoulders over wrist. Kick your left leg out to the side, turn your toes forward, not out. Right hand under your face. Inhale, raise your left arm up, twist. Get longer from the crown of your head to your hips. Spin the top ribs back. Another breath in. Place your top hand down. Lift the torso, raise the arms up. Full breath in. Side bend, reach your right arm up and over. Let your left hand slide down your left thigh. Spin your right ribs back. Another breath in. Stay to exhale. Come through center, reach two arms to the sky. Take an inhale. As you exhale, airplane your arms back, hinge at the hips, come forward about halfway. Notice my palms are down to roll the shoulders back. Inhale, torso up, raise the arms. 2 more times. Exhale, go back, hinging at the hips. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, go back. Inhale, come up, reach your arms up. Wiggle that left foot in. Try to float the foot. Bring the knee into your chest. Deep breath in. Big step. Step your left foot forward, low lunge, knee over the ankle. Reach your arms higher. Lift the pubic bone up and in. 1 more inhale. Exhale, hands down. Send the left knee back. Tabletop, shoulders over wrist, knees behind the hips. Keep the tailbone heavy, the lift in the low belly. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press up. Exhale, back to tabletop. Okay, final time running through this. This time, just 1 breath per movement. We'll add on a little more. Kick your right leg out to the side. Turn your toes forward. Left hand down. Inhale, right arm up, twist. Stay as you exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Lift the torso, reach your arms up. Take an inhale. Exhale, side bend, reach your left arm up and over. Inhale, reach 2 arms to the sky. Exhale, airplane your arms back, hinge at the hips, come forward halfway. Inhale, arms up, torso up. Exhale, right knee to the chest, try to hover the foot, take a breath in. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. Reach up higher as you inhale. Exhale, bring your hands inside your front foot. Heel toe your right foot to the right. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee. Left hand stays down, peel your right arm up, twist. Take a breath in, get longer from the crown of your head to your back heel. Stay as you exhale, twist a little more. Last breath in. Bring your right hand down. Pause on fingertips or bring your hands to blocks here. Take an inhale. Back heel stays lifted as you exhale, straighten the front leg any amount. Let's pulse through that. Inhale, bend your front knee. Runner's lunge. Exhale, straighten the leg. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale and stay. Relax the head and neck. Relax the eyes, the jaw. With your next breath in, rebend the front knee, place your hands under your shoulders. Step your right leg back, plank pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower to the belly. Point your toes. Press down through the tops of your feet. Make your hands as light as possible. Inhale, lift your head, your chest, your shoulders. You might graze or hover your hands off the mat. Press down through every toenail, but lift the kneecaps. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down. Press up onto hands and knees. Find your tabletop. One last time through this. Kick your left leg out to the left. Turn your toes forward. Right hand down. Inhale, left arm up, twist. Stay for a breath in. Twist a little more as you exhale. Another inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Lift the torso, raise the arms, full breath in. Side bend, reach your right arm up and over. Inhale, come to center, reach your arms high. Exhale, airplane your arms back, hinge at the hips, come forward halfway, long spine. Inhale, come up, reach up. Exhale, wiggle the left foot in, try to hover the foot, bring the knee to the chest, deep breath in. Step your left foot forward, I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands inside your front foot. Heel toe your foot to the left. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, and rotate. Reach your left arm to the sky. Get longer from the crown of your head to your back heel. Spin your top ribs back, bottom ribs forward. Last breath in. Top hand down, pause on fingertips. Of course, feel free to grab your blocks. Take a breath in, make the poses work for you. Exhale, straighten the front leg any amount. 2 more times. Inhale, bend, moving and breathing. Exhale, straighten. Final time, inhale. Exhale, draw your front leg straight and stay. Breathe into the back of the left leg. Go ahead, rebend your front knee, hands under the shoulders. Step to your plank pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower to the belly. Point your toes. Press down through the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your head, your chest, your shoulders. Maybe your hands just hover over the mat. Drop the gaze slightly so the back of the neck is long. Squeeze your elbows in. That'll help to roll the shoulders away from the floor. Now take another breath in. This time keep the height of your chest. Place your hands down, elbows over wrist. Inhale, come to upward facing dog. Shoulders over the wrist. Lift the thighs. If this feels too intense, stick with baby cobra. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take a deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. Relax the head and neck. Relax the eyes, the jaw. Press down through every knuckle, every fingertip in your down dog to send the hips high up towards the ceiling behind you. If you feel the low back rounding, bend your knees as much as you need to so you can send your hips higher. One more inhale, bend your knees, look forward. As you exhale, walk your feet towards your hands. At the top, reach your chest forward, slide your shoulders back. Exhale, fold in. Press up to stand. Inhale, rise. Reach your arms up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's take a sun A. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, chest forward. Plant your hands, either step to plank or hop to bent elbows. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 or so breaths here. Check in. Notice what's present without feeling the need to judge it. Come back to your alignment. Come back to your breath as a way to anchor your attention. Are your hands shoulder width apart? Wrist creases parallel to the top of the mat. Are your feet hip bone apart with your heels extended straight back? Press down through your entire hand, especially the thumb and index finger. Spin your inner arms forward and wrap your outer arms back and in. One more inhale, push back. End of your exhale, step or lightly hop feet to your hands. Lengthen at the top. Exhale, fold. Press up to stand, root to rise, reach up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, chest forward. Plant your hands, step or hop to bent elbows. Chaturanga. Come through your Vinyasa. Your Vinyasa could always be coming straight to downward facing. It could be taking a child's pose and then meeting us in downward facing. So what would bring your body balance today? Honor that. Make it a practice of pausing and listening before taking action. Relax the head and neck, the eyes and the jaw. And one more inhale here, push back. End of your exhale, step or lightly hop, feet to your hands. Lengthen forward at the top. Exhale, folds. Press up to stand, root to rise, reach up. Exhale, arms by your sides, Tadasana. One more Sun A. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, heart forward. Plant your hands, either step to plank or hop to bent elbows, Chaturanga. Come through your Vinyasa. Move with your breath. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. How about an open mouth clearing breath? And let's get into the legs a little bit more. Raise your right leg up. Bend your knee and open up the hip. Lift the right inner knee to the sky as you squeeze that left hip back in space. Straighten your legs, square off the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, tap your knee to your right outer upper arm, get as high as you can. Stay as you breathe in. Exhale, bring your knee into your nose, lift, and step your right foot forward. Toes in line with your fingers, spin the back heel down. Make sure your front knee's over your ankle. Keep the bend in your front leg as you open up wide, warrior two. Check in with your feet. Do you have a long enough stance? Work towards making your front thigh truly parallel to the mat with the knee over the ankle, in line with the center of the foot. Firm your left hip in and ground through the front heel to lift the front hip off your thigh. That way your pelvis is upright. Straighten your back leg, really push the left thigh back, no bend in the knee. As you do that, notice if your ribs flared out, draw them in. And now soften your eyes, steady the breath. Keep the bend in your front leg, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, tip up and back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come to the ball of your back foot, runner's lunge. Keep your chest low. Squeeze your right hip back and in towards the left heel. Push your left thigh up. Option to keep hands down or airplane them back. So chest is low. Diagonal lunge. Reach the heart forward as you push the left heel back. Squeeze the right hip back and in towards the left heel. One more breath in. Straighten the back leg. And then hands to the mat. Step to your plank. Come through your Vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing. Your Vinyasa can always be coming straight to down dog. Raise your left leg up. Bend your knee, open up the hip, lift the left inner knee to the sky as you squeeze the right hip back in space. And now straighten the leg, square off the hips, take an inhale. Exhale, tap your knee to your left outer upper arm. Stay as you breathe in. Exhale, knee to your nose and step forward. Get toes in line with fingers, spin the back heel down. Line up your front heel with your back arch. Keep the bend in your front leg. Open up wide, warrior two. So bring your attention down to your feet. Do you have a long enough stance between your feet that you can work towards making your front thigh parallel to the mat? Ground through the left heel. Try to lift the front hip up and off your thigh. Right outer hip firms in. And then just as much energy in the back leg. Straighten the back knee. Do that as you lengthen the tailbone to the floor. Soften the eyes. Steady the breath. Keep the bend in the front leg. Flip your front palm. Reverse your warrior, tip up and back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come to the ball of your back foot, runner's lunge. Squeeze this left hip back and in towards the right heel and push the right thigh up. And now keep your chest low, option to keep hands down or airplane them back. Palms face down, roll the shoulders back. Get longer from the crown of your head to your back foot. Keep squeezing the left hip back and in. Do that as you push the right thigh up. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the mat. Nice work. Step to your plank, Vinyasa, or straight to downward facing. Deep breath in here, deep breath out. All right, inhale, raise the right leg up. Let's add on a bit. As you exhale, step your right foot in between your hands, toes in line with fingers. Spin the back heel down, open up wide, warrior two. Keep the bend in your front leg. Stay as you exhale, ground through the front heel. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, tip up and back. And now from here, just straighten the front leg, reverse your triangle, lift up and out of your legs. Bring your arms out wide to a T. Lift your knees, your thigh bones up. That'll engage the quadriceps. Reach your right arm forward, let your hips go back so you're hinging at the hips, not the waist. Hips go back. Right hand comes to a block or lightly against the shin. Press into the right big toe mound, that's the ball of the foot. Wrap your right hip back and in towards the left heel. Push the left thigh back, no bend in the knee. And then if you feel like you're leaning forward, lean back a little bit, but keep the front ribs moving down towards the frontal hip bone so we don't turn this into a back bend. With your next inhale, turn your left palm forward. Swim your arm up and over your ear, extended triangle. And then bend your front knee, bring your hands to the mat, frame your front foot, runner's lunge. So option to keep hands down or keeping the chest low, airplane them back. Do what makes sense for your body. Weight in the front heel, take an inhale. Exhale, step your left foot forward, chair pose, bend your knees, raise your arms. I like feet about hip bone apart. They can also be together, your choice. Now from here, start to stand up on your left leg. Bring the right knee into your chest. Full breath in. Bend your standing leg, step the right leg long and back. Warrior one. So be heel to heel or wider. Adjust your feet. Bend the front leg. Push the right thigh back. Feel that lift in the low belly. One more inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step to your plank. Come through your Vinyasa. Take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Get toes in line with fingers. Back heel spins down. Open up wide, warrior two. Stay to exhale. Let yourself be in one pose before rushing to the next. Keep the bend in your front leg. Reverse your warrior. Flip your front palm. Tip up and back. And now straighten your front leg. Bring your arms out wide to a T. Lift your knees, your thigh bones up. Start to reach your left arm forward. Hips go back. Keeping the left side body nice and long. Left hand comes to a block or lightly against the shin. As a reminder, blocks are not for beginners, they're for everyone. Press into your left big toe mound and wrap your left hip back and in towards the right heel. Do that as you straighten the back knee. Get longer from the crown of your head to your hips. Spin your top ribs back, bottom ribs forward. Beautiful rotation. With your next inhale, turn the right palm forward. Sweep your top arm up and over your ear. Palm faces down. And then bend your front knee. Frame your front foot. Runner's lunge. Option to keep hands down or airplane them back. Weight in the front heel. Take an inhale. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Chair pose. Bend the knees, raise the arms. Start to stand up on your right leg. Bring the left knee into your chest. Lift it as high as you can. Little bend in the standing leg. Step your left leg long and back, warrior one. Be heel to heel or wider. I always walk my front foot to the right, wide in the stance. Bend the front leg deeply, push the left thigh back. Zip the pubic bone up and in. Last inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Plank, Vinyasa, or straight to downward facing. Take a full breath in here. As you exhale, drop to your knees. Come to a child's pose or a comfortable seat. Take about 5 breaths. You might let your arms rest back. Give your shoulders a little break if you're in child's pose. And just come back to that smooth and steady breath in and out of your nose. Try to even out your inhales with your exhales. Notice any shifts in the body, any shifts in the subtle body, the mind, the thoughts. And then use the breath, the feeling of it as really that way to anchor your attention. Come back to the here and now, trusting that it's exactly where you're meant to be. 1 or 2 more breaths. And as you're ready, crawl your hands forward. Make your way back to downward facing dog. We're going to run through that standing piece that we just did one final time. Take a deep breath in here. And open mouth, exhale. So starting the same way, trust your body knows this. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step your foot forward. Spin the back heel down. Open up wide to warrior 2. Stay to exhale. Flip your front palm, reverse the warrior, tip up and back. Straighten the front leg, come through center, reach the arms out wide, reach the right arm forward, hips go back. Right hand comes to a block, where is it? Or lightly against the shin, Utthita Trikonasana. So notice all the length in your right side waist. Squeeze the right hip back and in towards the left heel. Turn your left palm forward, feel the tricep wrap in. Swim your top arm up and over your ear. Now all you're gonna do is start to bend the front knee. Come to extended side angle. Front knee over the ankle. Press your knee against your arm. That'll keep your knee over the center of the foot. Press into the pinky side of your back foot. Get longer from the crown of your head to your back heel. Spin the top ribs back, bottom ribs forward. Last breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come to the ball of your back foot. Keeping the chest low, either keep your hands down or airplane them back. We're coming towards warrior 3, so either hands on blocks or airplane arms. Keep your gaze steady, take an inhale. Exhale, launch forward, stand up on your right leg. Float your back foot off the mat. Spin the left outer hip down. I could place a teacup on your low back. Get longer from the crown of your head to your back foot. Feel that lift in the low belly. One more inhale. Bend your standing leg chair pose. Bend your knees, raise your arms. Stay as you exhale, ground through the heels. Stand up on your left leg, right knee into your chest. Now from here, cross your right ankle past your left knee. Bend your standing leg, start to airplane your arms back. Think hips back, long spine, come forward about halfway. Take another inhale. Come all the way to stand, right knee into your chest, full breath in. Step long and back, warrior 1, heel to heel or wider. Deep breath in, reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step to your plank, Vinyasa, or straight to down dog. I'm gonna skip a Vinyasa. That's what my body's telling me. Deep breath in. Let that side go as you breathe out. Final side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Spin the back heel down. Open up wide, warrior 2. Stay, be steady. Flip your front palm, reverse the warrior. Straighten your front leg, bring your arms out wide to a T. Reach your left arm forward, let your hips go back. Left hand to a block or lightly against the shin. Press into the left big toe mound. Squeeze your left outer hip back and in towards the right heel to lengthen the left side body. And that's really what we're trying to keep as we come towards side angle. Turn the right palm forward, feel a tricep wrap in. Swim your top arm up and over your ear. And then bend your front knee, track it over the second toe. Press your left knee against your inner arm. That'll keep your knee over the center of the foot, stabilize the knee. Press into the pinky side of your back foot, straighten the back leg. Get longer from the crown of your head to your back heel. Spin your top ribs back, bottom ribs forward. One more breath. Exhale, right hand down. Come to a runner's lunge on the ball of your back foot. Decide what you'd like for warrior 3. Maybe it's hands on blocks. Maybe it's airplane arms. Keep your gaze steady. Inhale, launch forward. Stand up on your left leg, float your back foot off the mat. Spin the right outer hip down, inner thigh up. Lift your front ribs away from the floor. Another breath in, chest forward. Bend the standing leg, step your right foot forward. Chair pose, bend your knees, raise your arms. Stay as you breathe out. Stand up on the right leg, bring the left knee into your chest. Cross the left ankle past the right knee. Bend your standing leg, airplane your arms back, come forward about halfway. Long spine, tailbone back, heart forward. Breathe in. Exhale, stand up, bring the left knee into your chest. Full breath in. Step long and back, warrior 1. Heel to heel or wider. One breath in, reach up, maybe look up, touch palms. Exhale, hands to the mat, step to your plank, Vinyasa, or straight to downward facing. Deep breath in, deep breath out, let all of that go. It's already in the past. Last inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, feet to your hands. Step or lightly hop. Lengthen at the top. Exhale, fold. Press up to stand. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, so we will do one more standing pose on each side. Stand about a foot or two behind the top of your mat. Feet about hip bone apart or together. We're going to come back to a standing figure 4. We did it, held it very briefly. So this time we'll hold it a little bit longer. If you want to work towards flying pigeon, then I'll walk you through that. But it's completely optional. If you're interested in it, try it. You'll never get it unless you try it 1,000 times. If you're working with a wrist or shoulder injury, of course, please do not push it. Bring your hands to your hips. Pick up your right foot. Cross the right ankle past the left knee. Remember to get the bony part of the ankle past the knee, not on it. Flex your right toes. And now bend your standing leg. Think hips back, not just down. Spine is long. I'm not rounding the spine. And now you could stay here. You could have, your hand at a wall, help with balance. You could do hands to heart center. If you want to lower your hands to blocks or the floor or your left ankle, go for it. If you want to work on Ekapada Galavasana, one-legged flying pigeon, plant your hands about a foot in front of you, shoulder width apart. Wrap your right toes around your left upper arm. Look forward. Rock so far forward that when you bend your elbows, they stack over your wrist. Then pull your chest forward, try to float your left foot off the ground. Chest forward, left leg might extend back. Hold for a breath or two. Hips back, chest up. And then slowly release. And if you're like, that was way too fast, I want to pause the video, try it again, go ahead and do so. When you're ready, hands to your hips. So we move step by step. Be just as interested in the process as what the final pose is. Pick up your left foot, cross your left ankle past the right knee. This side is so much more challenging for me. Flex your left toes. Go down and back with your hips. So just be aware each side of your body's different. And then you could stay, you could have a hand at the wall. Hands could come to blocks, the ground. Play with grabbing the right ankle or heart center. Nice long spine, chest up. If you want to work on the arm balance, plant your hands about a foot in front of you, shoulder width apart. You have to wrap your left toes around your upper arm. That's one of the hardest parts. Look forward, bend your elbows, think elbows over wrist. Pull your chest forward. Maybe extend the right leg back. If you pull the chest forward, another breath or so, wherever you are. And then release. Find your mountain pose. Press down through all four corners of your feet. Reach the crown of the head up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, rock forward, offer your heart forward. We'll meet in downward facing dog. If you'd like a final vinyasa, come through it. Otherwise, step straight to down dog. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Another inhale. As you exhale, drop to your knees. Swing your feet off to one side. And come to Baddha Konasana to start. Soles of feet together, knees wide. Wiggle around a bit until you're right on top of your sit bones. And now from here, you're going to lean onto your right hip. Swing your left leg behind you so that your left shin is parallel to the long edge of your mat. Move your right foot a little bit more to the left so that your right shin is parallel to the top of the mat. So you have these two 90-degree angles. Ideally, you're working towards left knee in line with the hip. I'm going to scooch my leg back. Now bring your fingertips to the floor. Rotate towards the top of the mat. You could keep your hands down. You could bring hands to hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, lean forward about halfway. Long spine. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go forward. One more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come forward. Pause. Bring your hands out in front of you. Lengthen your spine as you breathe in. And then either stay upright or lengthen forward, lower your forearms to the mat or to blocks. And I should have said this earlier, but if it's hard to keep the right hip down, feel free to place a block or pillow or a blanket under it. That can be helpful. And just a couple breaths here. Let yourself soften into the pose. You might feel a lot of sensation, or you might not be feeling anything at all. And so rather than focusing on what you think you should be feeling, can you pause, listen, what are you actually feeling? More sensation does not always mean better. Let yourself just kind of soften into the pose, into the moment, whatever's happening. And start to walk your hands back in. And now from here, see if you can do this without your hands. Swing your left leg around, bring your left shin parallel to the top of the mat, roll onto your left hip, swing your right leg back. And then you can bring your hands down. So find that 90-90. With your legs, adjust your back foot, turn your torso, turn your chest to face the top of the mat. Hands can stay down or no hands. Take an inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips, lean forward about halfway. Inhale, come back up, long spine. Exhale, come forward. Final time, inhale. Exhale, come forward, bring your hands out in front of you. Feel free to stay upright. Lengthen your spine or crawl forward, and you might lower the forearms to blocks or the ground. Relax the head, keeping the back of the neck long. And breathe. Breathe into all the tight, the sticky, the intense sensations. And breathe into the parts of the body that just feel more neutral, that feel more at ease. Breathe into the moment exactly as it is, rather than thinking you should be feeling something else or should be somewhere else. As you inhale, make your way back up onto your hands. Maybe, just for fun, no hands, swing your right leg around, stretch your legs out in front of you, massage out your thighs a little bit, shake out your legs and your ankles. You might roll out your wrist a few times and go in both directions. And then bend your knees, place your feet on the ground, and come to lay all the way down on your back. Bring your arms out wide to the side with your palms up. Cross the right knee over the left knee, crossing at the thighs. Move the hips a little bit off to the right, and then drop your knees to the left, coming into a twist. Your gaze might stay up, it might go over the right arm. Do what feels best for your neck. Allow the eyes to soften, to maybe close. As you inhale, come back towards center. Uncross your legs and switch. Cross the left knee over the right knee, crossing at the thighs. Shift the hips a little bit off to the left and then drop your knees to the right. And your gaze could stay up or go over the left arm. And let the eyes soften, maybe close so that there's less outside distractions. As you inhale, come back towards center. Uncross your legs, find the midline of your mat, and draw your knees into your chest. And give yourself a squeeze, a little rock left and right, just massaging out the low back. And then as you're ready, set up for shavasana. Extend your legs long on the mat. Rest your arms by your sides and let yourself take up space so the arms are not touching your side, but really splay out. Legs, eye like as wide as the mat. Allow the eyes to close or soften. Loosen up the muscles in the face, relax the jaw. And as much as you can, relax the belly and the hips. Notice what's present, taking one final scan of your physical body. Notice what's present on an energetic level, how you're feeling, where the thoughts are. And then come back to your breath, that steady, soft, even breath, perhaps in and out of your nose, that washes over your entire body. Begin to deepen your breath. Invite small, gentle movements back into your body, wiggling fingers and toes. Bend your knees, place your feet on the ground, and very slowly roll onto one side of your body. Using your hands to prop yourself up, we'll meet in a seated posture with our eyes closed or the gaze soft. And keeping the lift, the openness in your chest. As you inhale, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Exhale, lower your chin. Surrender towards heart center, to the quiet that can be found within. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.